Thinking about buying a home in 2024? Well, you came to the right video because we're going to get into what you need to budget going into the new year. What's going on? It's NYC Real Estate P, your New York City and Long Island real estate agent, back with another video to help you with your real estate journey. And in today's video, we're going to talk about exactly what you need to budget to purchase that next home or that first home in 2024. So at the moment, just go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, or leave a comment down below to say hello or to let me know what videos you've liked so far this year or what videos you would like to see coming into 2024. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started with what you need to budget going into 2024. All right, so let's get started. So even though this video is about 2024, we are still currently in 2023. It's about the end of the first week of December. And currently in New York City and Long Island, we are still seeing a low inventory market. A lot of buyers, yes, people are actually buying. I get that question a lot. Are people still buying because interest rates are high and everything like that? Yes, actually, yes. And what I tell a lot of the buyers that I've been working with lately and currently is just that if there's something that you like, and, we can kind of relatively define like pretty houses, right? Like houses that turnkey, let's say, houses that you feel like maybe don't need renovations when you move in, like completely done. You can just move on in. You don't have to worry about upgrading or renovating anything. Those houses, right? Those that, make us feel like we're getting something beautiful like we saw on Instagram. I always tell my buyers, like, look, if you like it and you think it's pretty and you don't think much work needs to be done moving into it, trust me, other people think the same thing then, and there's going to be competition. Those houses specifically have been moving within like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, going into, under contract. And that's what it is when you have a low inventory and you have buyers out here hunting for their next home. So let's get into this budgeting. We're going to start with down payments. And typically we're seeing down payments between 10 to 20%, especially here in Long Island. I'm seeing homes that are priced above $700K. I'm seeing buyers come to the table with a down payment of 20%. Those people are being very strategic. And what that is helping them with is they're canceling out the PMI, private mortgage insurance, which on, let's just say $700K house, PMI is roughly like another $1,000 to $1,200 roughly. That's being added on top of the principal and interest that they're paying, monthly. So that saves them that money. And then obviously the larger your down payment, the smaller your monthly payment will be. And so again, 20% is eliminating those extra bank fees, but it's also bringing down, their monthly payments that they have to make towards the home. But that does not mean to secure a home in 2024, you have to have a 10 or 20% down payment. You still have the options of doing a 3.5%, which is the minimum on FHA loan, or 5% minimum on, conventional loan. You still have those options, right? And just to give you an idea, average price home on Long Island right now is roughly, we'll just say it's at $700K. 700K, 5% down payment, you're looking at $35,000 down. Typical closing costs for New York City and Long Island is about 5 to 6% of the purchase price. So at best, that's another $35,000. So that's in total $70,000 you would have to have, up front to secure and purchase your home. And I understand some people don't have $70,000. I've seen it. I see it all the time. It's $70,000 is still a lot of money to save up. Some people don't always have it. So you do have ways around taking care of those closing costs when, obviously the down payment is and can be the most important thing to take care of. And to take care of some of these closing costs, sometimes there's things like seller's concessions where the sellers will, put money towards your closing fees. Now, when it comes to securing a home, because this is about buying a home in 2024, and because we're dealing with a low inventory market, you have to remember that you have competition out there. You have other buyers that are trying to secure the same home you are. So with that being said, your offer has to be strong and competitive. And to be honest, concessions that you are requesting from the seller, they won't make your offer strong. And they will much more make it less competitive. So, unless you're going to, like, let's just say, waive your inspection, right? That may make some sellers be like, all right, we'll go with them because, it's been a while since we've done anything to the house. We didn't do a pre-inspection with our realtor, so we don't know, and we're really just waiting for you to do an inspection. So once we find out, what happens, but hey, you're not going to do your inspection, let's just go with them. We don't have to deal with the troubles, right? Like, and yes, they can do that. As long as they do not know there are any issues with the home, they can sell the home without disclosing, information that they don't know, right? Like, they don't know. And that can happen. And, you don't want to do that. Although this is a competitive market. So if you need a seller's concession, but you're bidding on a home that's highly sought after, you're going to have to probably, give away some of your protection when purchasing a home. Let's focus on interest rates real quick, because we are weeks away from 2024. If you're watching this right now, interest rates are between 7 and 8%. They're close to 7%, depending upon when you're actually watching this video. And, from when this video is shot, just a week ago, it's been a lot of talk that the Fed is thinking about lowering the interest rates or bringing the interest rates down, so that purchasing a home is more affordable. Now, let's talk about what that right there, that conversation is doing. That is making certain buyers think and then feel like they should purchase now. And not that that's a bad thing, because I do agree, without them influencing you, I do agree that you should purchase now if you're more than capable to, right? Because when interest rates do go down, you're going to have higher competition. Again, this is a low inventory market. So the supply is less and demand is high. And interest rates go up, the demand is going to go even higher. You may see supply go up, but if they both go up, then we're still in a low inventory market, which means we're still in the seller's market. Sellers still have the upper hand. They still have the advantage. And so some people, seeing that this is now a conversation being had, or this is a possibility that may actually happen, they may decide, let me purchase now because of two things. A, I can go ahead and secure my home without having to deal with the competition that's about to come, and I don't want to go out here and fight for my life just to secure a home. And you know what? If they do lower the interest rates, I get to refinance into a lower interest rate. Win-win situation, right? Avoid the competition, and then you get your lower interest rates. So, and then, obviously, of course, if you're sitting here or sitting, at home and you're like, oh, interest rates are going to come down. Again, just understand competition is going to go up. And when competition goes up, you're not going to be able to ask sellers for certain things to kind of help you secure the home. So, because obviously a strong offer in a competition, it's going to have to show that you can purchase this home on your own 2 feet without, any extra help from the sellers. So, interest rates could go down very soon. Again, I highly suggest, my advice is you purchase now before they go down. Avoid the competition. For example, back in the pandemic, when interest rates were 2, 3, 4%, great times. I had a couple that were purchasing a home, and we literally saw 50 homes in 30 days. Maybe the exact number was like 48, but 50 homes in 30 days. That's a lot of houses to see in 30 days. And they got the very last home that they saw. And to be honest, it was all because the seller's wife worked at the same bank that the loan officer we had for her was at. And, it just was like, all right, she trusts that, they're going to make a proper decision on lending this person, money. And they trust that, they're not going to just give anybody a pre-approval. And, so they feel like this person has the money to close the deal, and they're not going to be wasting their time, right? Because real estate is all about time. Nobody wants to waste their time. They want to, sell now, move on. Buy now, move on. So, point is, they saw 50 houses in 30 days. You don't want to do that. I'm telling you right now. So, if you can purchase, if you're more than capable of purchasing right now the home that you want, go ahead and purchase it. If the interest rates do come down, great. You get to refinance into a lower interest rate and, lower monthly payments. If not, well, you know what? At least over the next however long it is, you don't have to look at homes at an 8%, 9%, or 10% interest rate. Because when interest rates go up, what happens is, right now, let's say you're in the window shopping phase, right? Like you're just on Zillow, or maybe, you're on like my website, justsoldbyparrish.com. And, maybe you're just window shopping, you're just looking at houses, you're seeing what's on the market, you're seeing if there's something you like before you actually pick up the phone and call me. And, you're just like, oh, okay, I like these houses at $700K. Not bad. I like this area. I like the prices. And okay, I could do this. I could do that. And then when interest rates go up to 8% or 9% or 10%, now all of a sudden what you can afford is not at $700K. What you can afford is probably now at, let's say it goes up to 8%. It's probably going to be at $600 to $650, and in that range, it's not that they're not nice homes at that price, but yourself are going to look at those homes like, nah, I don't want it. They don't compare to the ones at $700K. They don't compare to the ones at $750K. And that's what happens to a lot of people. Interest rates go up, and now what they are able to purchase, that purchase price number goes down. And in their opinion, the quality of the home went down. So I would highly say, avoid that. Avoid that, and avoid the high competition of, especially if you don't have 20% down payment or enough funds to secure a home with a strong offer. Your best thing is to purchase now while things aren't as hectic either way you go. And so look, if right now you are sitting or waiting it out to see if interest rates come down, and look, if in case they do go up, but you're, one of those buyers right now that, at some point you need to purchase because just spending money on rent, or maybe just where you live at, or everything like that, or you're relocating, none of this right now is working for you, and you have to purchase a home at some point. And if interest rates do go up, I would just say, plan on spending for a higher monthly payment, especially compared to if you're relocating from out of New York, or if you're just coming from an apartment rental. Definitely plan on spending a higher amount per month. And, if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. I can help you, get an understanding of what's going on and where you're at. We can even sit down and speak to a loan officer, get a full-on consultation for you, and let you know exactly where you stand and how we can help you. And so to conclude the video, we talked about down payments, where you're roughly, at minimum, you can do a 3.5% down payment. We are typically seeing a 10 to 20% down payment to strategically have lower monthly payments. Again, a 20% down payment will eliminate extra bank fees such as the private mortgage insurance, aka PMI. We then talked about closing costs. Closing costs is another 5 to 6% here in New York City and on Long Island of the purchase price, right? 5 to 6% of the purchase price. And then we have interest rates. They may go down, they may go up. When's the best time to purchase? If you're able to, right now. Because if interest rates go down, you refinance into a lower monthly payment. If interest rates go up, well, at least you're at 7 and you're not at 8, 9, or 10. And then having that extra 5% of the purchase price saved up to take care of appraisal gaps, because again, this is a low inventory market. You want to have a competitive offer, a strong offer, which will be a competitive offer, and you're going to need that extra funds in case the appraisal comes back lower than what you're offering the seller. If you found this video useful and helpful, go ahead, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Also, share it with a friend, share it with a family member that is looking to purchase a home in 2024, or if they just, could use a little help. If you have anything that you liked about this video, anything that you did not like about the video, or if you just have a question, go ahead, leave a comment down below, or reach out to me. Also, make sure to visit my website, justsoldbyparrish.com, so that you can see what homes are on the market. Zillow's fake. Anyway, so I'm NYC Real Estate P, and I'll catch you next time.